Alright guys, so here I'm going to show you how to replace your quad ATV front wheel bearings. And as you can see, I already have these bearings off of here and the whole hub assembly. And to do that, first you have to pop off the wheel like I did here by taking out this nut that was here, and then you're going to pop that off. And then you have to take your brakes off your rotors. So there's two bolts right here that you have to take out, and then that just slides right off of there. And then once you do that, then you're left with just the hub and the disc. And most of the time it's going to be pretty tricky to get those off, because if you're putting in new wheel bearings, then that means that your front ones are probably shot and they're going to be rusty and they're not going to want to come off. So that whole hub on there is going to be stuck, and you're going to have to heat it up with some torch or a lot of WD-40 and some oil or something and knock that off. And once you get that off, then you're going to want to so you'll have this, and there'll be a bearing in both sides with most likely a sleeve of some sort, and there's going to be seals on each end, and you're going to have these wheel bearings in here like this. And then what I did is I used a socket extension, and I went from one side and I edged it in there, took my rubber mallet here, and I hammered it in like this, and hammered it in all around until it finally popped out. And I had to use some of the torch here and some WD-40. And so you get that out, and then you turn it around, you knock that side out. And to get these seals out, all I did was I used this and kind of popped them out. They shouldn't be too hard. And so once you get these two bearings out, then you want to take a rag or something and clean up the inside real nice so there's no dirt or rocks or anything in there. And then you're gonna, once you've done all that, then you can take these are new all balls bearings and seals, and all you do is you just cover it in this high temperature disc drum brake wheel bearing grease. And you're just going to take some of that and you're going to smear it all around inside there, all over the wheel bearings and everything, so they get in there nice and smooth. And then once you do that, then you can take these, and don't forget to put your sleeve back in. And once you get one of these in, so this one would go on this side, and then all you do is you put it in there covered in grease, and then you take this and you slowly work all the way around it like that. And then it'll fit in there until it's all the way up on that ridge. And then you pop that, you flip it over after you put in the seal that will go like right there. You flip it over, you take this sleeve, you drop it in there, it won't fall out the other side. And then you're gonna, same thing with this other wheel bearing, cover it in grease, pop it in there. Work your way around the very edge. You don't want to do it in the center because that could wreck your wheel bearings. You do it all the way around the edge. Goes in there until it fits snug on that lip there. And then you're going to take this other seal and pop that in there. It should just slide right in there. And then once you do that, you can take it, bring it back over to your quad. Then once the bearings are in there, you should be able to kind of snug it on there, and then bolt your wheel back on. Remember to put your brakes back on the disc before you put the wheel on, because on my quad there wasn't enough room to take the brake off without the rim on. And then you just slip your your rim back on, bolt it all up nice and snug, and put that nut on there, and you should be good to go.